I've been wishing I've been doing more of this. But today's been a good day on the farm. I figure I'll videotape what I've got done. Listen to the goose. I don't know if you can hear it. He's grazing. You can hear him ripping up the grass. He don't take it up by the roots though. He's a true grazer. He's got a good pond in there. And there's another one behind this berm. It's kind of shallow, but I'm trying to grow a Zola on it for the ducks. This is a brooder that I made some time ago for the ducks that are full grown now. I'm about to show their situation. Now it's the goose house, and he's getting ready to have 3 females. They come in 5 days, so I need to get their brooder ready, along with 15 more ducks. These ones are going to be Welsh Harlequins. This is my first farm endeavor out here was planting these 25 native plum, Prunus americana. This over here is a peach tree, and this year is the first time I've seen it try to make fruit. Flowers, petals have dropped off, and I'm seeing little baby peaches. I'm wondering if maybe, being that they're both prunus, maybe these plums have pollinated. Only a few of these plum trees made flowers this year. I think it'd be cool if I got to try a little bit of fruit from them. Never have had Prunus americana fruit. This stand right here, this group, those are persimmons. They are delicious, but this whole paddock will eventually be the goose and his lady's domain. They're gonna really enjoy that persimmon fruit when it drops in the fall. More for me and Abby though. I've got these, only got 2 of them flagged. I ran out of flags, but that's a domestic cultivar blackberry. That's a thornless blackberry. Sun's just starting to go down. Got a little bit visibility left. The roads have been done out here. That's important. Gotta have accessibility to camper. This is a disheveled sort of mess up here right now. Got a lot of tin laying in the yard and stuff like that, but that's something like 40 sheets of tin that I got for free from a friend that got her barn redone from insurance. And the tin was still good on it, but they were able to get it redone, so they did. And I got the tin left over from it. I just got done with another friend of mine's DR mower, clearing a little bit of space right there. We'll make an L shape off of the goose's current paddock for that. These rows that you see here, you may be able to see them. One of them goes in line with that hose there. I had it out of the way while I was mowing. The very beginning of the row here where I've got this flag is a blueberry. Not sure if it'll pollinate or make any fruit by itself, but it's the only one that survived from my house in town. Going on down this row though, all of these standing second year growth perennial plants are elderberry. I mean, I'm in the south here, technically southeast, I guess. Zone, I think we're zone 7B. I should know that. But those are all elderberry. I've got a friend that has a value-added product line of elderberry syrups and things, and he was in the market for some Sambucus canadensis variety, higher in antioxidants and everything and stuff coming out of Europe and not freeze-dried, by the way that I'll provide them to him. Now this is the ducks area. And that house was made with polytunnel style, built with PVC pipe, and I used to be a bill poster for a billboard company, climbing structures and installing safety lines and such. That's how I had the connection on the used vinyls. I think on the inside of that tunnel it says, "I'm loving it." This space over here, all this brush laying in this culvert, is because it had started to wash out more quickly than designed. I didn't want it to start washing out the road, so I put those in there to slow the flow of water, just like you might do with a large chunk rock. It's a cistern right there that I intend to put water in from the upper pond that the goose hasn't fouled, no pun intended. And I'll be using that to irrigate for the ducks and chickens, which are in their house right now. They're just finding their spot right now in bed. They got their nest box in there and a bell water, and I elevated it off the ground, the house that is, the floor, so that they would have drier conditions. Got a bell water. They've also got a little pail of water, because that's what they're kind of used to, next to this automatic feeder that I've made. All the houses have hardware cloth for the fowl that can keep weasels out, unlike chicken wire or something like that. It's all Premier One electric poultry netting. Had a dog come out here and killed a goose and my turkey and a bunch of birds, so I felt like I should do something about that. Invested in a bunch of this electronetting. Sat on top of the camper for a day with my rifle too, until the netting came in. I ordered it on the internet. This whole area here will be theirs as well. Got one more roll of netting, and I think that once I reorient the fencing as it sits now, it'll encompass this whole area. That right there is only a portion of the massive amount of brush and cedar limbs that were underneath of multiflora rose and vining honeysuckle, both invasive species that had to be dealt with to make way for appropriate pasture for grazing birds and eventually sheep. I cut down that tree and that tree. There are a few logs there, but that was only 2 trees that I had to take out of this whole section because the intended purpose of this farm as a whole, really, in a regenerative agriculture approach, is silvopasture and forest farming. I don't intend to cut down any more trees unless it's for the purpose of allowing more light to the soil to grow more perennials, or pasture for ruminants to regenerate a landscape. I hope to get a grant from the National Resource Conservation Service for this area right here. It's all cedar. And if I do get that grant, then those cedars will be taken out, and in their place will be a 70 by 30 high tunnel greenhouse. I haven't really looked at the rest of the pasture situation in this video. Yeah, like I said before, this area is pretty disheveled. These have been here since we got the place. They'll be taken to the recycling sooner rather than later. This space over here took all the lower limbs off of all the standing cedar trees before I planted the elderberry, not only to allow access, but to allow light penetration. And I'm planting other more desirable perennial species in their place. Not only the elderberries, but true trees. Cedar is a good lumber tree, but not so desired for its accumulation of nutrients that could go towards something a bit more productive. I've been told by somebody that they harbor ticks, which we do have an issue here with, but keep the grass down, have chickens, and it's not so bad. I'm going to cut this video now so that hopefully, right as the sun goes down, I can enjoy the woodcocks that are coming in right about this time. Solar fence charges these fences, by the way. Solar chargers, that is. Gallagher brand solar fence chargers. Got an S50 big fence around the duck space. And I think it's an S15 in the goose's paddock right now.